Hey, it's Sam, and I'm talking to you about the upcoming Planetary Aspects course that you can register for now. You know, this is going to be a way for you to take your astrology understanding and really exponentially increase it by not learning something that's so incredibly complicated or incredibly difficult, but actually by really learning how to identify and interpret aspects in the chart with enormous amount of depth and focus. So one of the things with these aspects that I've noticed over the years and that I've been putting into my practice is that those fixed or Rasi aspects have to do with a lot of fixed qualities of life, those things that are it's just the way they are. They don't change, and they're sort of standards and sort of constants in a person's life. And the planetary aspects have to do with more dynamic qualities of things that evolve and ebb and flow. I use the chart of Donald Trump to illustrate some of these things. Like many things that I teach, this is a very elegant, deep, and powerful way to really understand and extract the hidden strength from the chart that's actually hidden right in plain view. So many times, and especially these days, because there are so many, YouTube geniuses popping up with the latest, this is the amazing thing you need to do, and it's something that's really quite, maybe sort of complicated, or it's based on some technique or some text you never heard of or something, when we wind up actually neglecting something as fundamental and foundational as aspects like the Rasi aspects, which show the zodiac and the signs, which are always there, and how they influence each other, and the planets as they move, how they influence each other, what each of those aspects really mean. Of course, they're also related to what each one of the planets mean, and then how those things also work in the natal chart, and then also in the harmonic charts, also by transit, and really extracting the real power from something that seems very simple. Oh yeah, aspects, I know what that is, so I need to learn this complicated thing. This is where most astrology students are kind of driving themselves a little bonkers by chasing things that seem incredibly complicated because they think they already understand the basics, like aspects. Again, they're very deep and complex. The course format will be online videos that get released approximately each week, and you don't have to show up for some class each week. It's not a schedule. So this whole idea about when is the class, what day do I have to be there is none of that. Each week, approximately, maybe a little ahead of schedule, you'll get a new video that outlines the course material for that week, and it'll be broken out into very sequential elements so that you're not overwhelmed. Many times when people learn courses, they get overwhelmed and they can't really digest it. So once a week is good to digest about an hour and a half class, and they'll be on the different types of aspects from Brihat Parashara Hora Sastra. First we'll look at the text and what they say. Then we'll look at, then we'll go deeper into the two main kinds of aspects, the Rasi aspects and the planetary aspects. Then we'll examine each planet as well and how they express those aspects. For instance, how you can only understand certain things about Saturn by understanding Saturn's aspects. You can only understand certain things about Mars by understanding his aspects. Then we'll look at these things, we'll examine them in both the Rasi chart, like the birth charts. Then we'll look at harmonic charts and see how they also play out there. Then we'll examine them through, the dasha cycles and putting aspects in the proper context. One of the most important things to understand is that when you start using something like aspects in your predictions, you have to know where they fit into the scheme. There's a sequence, and so finding out where the aspects work in the proper sequence, where do you really start to plug them in? And so that kind of nuance will also be broken out when we investigate the dashas and the transits and the aspects, and seeing how those things work together in an elegant system. A few other things about the course that's very important is the format. Like I say, you get a video each week, but then there's also a forum where you can communicate with me much as you need to. and also with each other. I'm not going to be grading homework, but I will give questions for you to ask yourself to check your results, and then I'll also post the homework answers in a forum so you can check your answers against what the questions are. So even though I'm not going to literally grade it, it serves pretty much the same purpose. If you want to do the homework and stay up, you can answer the questions yourself because I will post them. And then I'll also post the answers so that you can check your homework against what the answers are. This is a way for you to really be engaged, be involved, learn these things in real time in a dynamic way that's easy for your schedule. And if you do it now, you also get a special price, a special deal as well. So I'm really looking forward to this course, and also the next couple courses that I'm going to be teaching in the Predictive Essentials of Vedic Astrology program. There will also be a course on nakshatras and how to really use them in your chart analysis, and also a class on harmonic charts and how to really use them as well, because I find these are a few of the more difficult things that students have. And after you register for this aspects course, you'll also be able to register for the early bird entrance into the nakshatras and the harmonic charts courses that will be also happening in 2016. So go ahead and register for that, and you'll also get access to those bonuses, which include the level 1 module from my certification course that has all of these Vedic principles. So in case you're unclear about the history of Indian literature and how things like the Vedas turned into different spiritual practices like yoga and all of that, very powerful Vedic principles and Indian concepts class. And then you also get a Foundations of Vedic Astrology course that I taught several years ago that's still a very solid foundation in Vedic astrology, where I outline all of the principles that you need to know so that you have a very firm overview of the Vedic astrology, planet signs, houses, nakshatras, sort of generally how it works. So if you're, still quite new, you'll at least have a very good background, and then this aspects class will fit right into that education as well. So doing the best I can. It's a very good price, and I look forward to having you in the aspects class. So it's a great opportunity for you to take this structure of aspects and really understand the fixed and the dynamic karmas that are indicated by them.